Good afternoon, everybody. Megan Clark, CEO, Clark Financial, tuning in for your monthly update. I wanted to just dive in here and touch base. There's a lot of stuff going on. If you've been tuning into the news at all, there's inflation risk, there is legislation risk going on. There are a lot of items that are being talked about, buzzwords. You're seeing the price of gasoline going up. I'm sure you're all feeling the price of groceries that's increased. And so what can we do in our own world to control the things that we can control when we're being negatively affected by these things that are happening economically? And so that's just what I wanted to talk to you a little bit about today, is talking about how we can be proactive and mitigating some of these risks and mitigating the idea that, we're not able to control this. So I wanted to talk a little bit about a few different things. So first of all, the idea of inflation. There's a lot of talk going on about where inflation's going. Our real estate market's been insane. What you're seeing just in Main Street media, and talking through some of those different points with you. So first of all, we have a lot of money flowing into the real estate sector from investment banks. I don't know if you all are seeing this, but I'm hearing it from our end. And I just wanted to share that insight with you because I think it's really interesting. And so I think thinking about, the price of real estate going up so much, and thinking about a lot, I'm hearing from several clients, I want to go buy real estate, it's going to keep going up. And I caution you, because I think a lot of times it's easy to get on the train once the train's already left the station, if that makes sense. And so when we're talking about inflation, cost of goods rising, cost of gasoline rising, etc., what are some things that we can control and mitigate some risks on? So first and foremost, our costs. So are you evaluating what you're spending on a monthly basis to make sure that you're being intentional with your spending, right? It's not about not spending money. It's not saying, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, for instance, go buy ramen, right? Don't buy your steak dinner or your lobster, but instead let's eat some ramen a few days a week, or whatever that looks like to you, pasta, macaroni and cheese, right? So the idea though is that being intentional with our spending. So a lot of times there's a lot of subscription services that we get signed up for, and sometimes we don't even know, meaning that you'll be on an online checkout and down at the bottom it'll be like a box that says subscribe me for this. And so you have a 99-cent monthly plan to Apple for storage, or you have a $1.99 monthly plan to Google for storage, or whatever it is. Are you even using that storage? Do you need it? Is there a better way that you could be taking advantage and storing your information, your photos, etc., rather than paying for storage? Well, one of the attributes that you have working with Clark Financial is you literally have unlimited cloud storage available in your client portal. So on clarkfinancialplanning.com, you can log in there, create as many folders as you want, everyone. We can't see them here in the office. The only things that we can see in the client portal, in what's called the vault, are the folders, are anything, documents, data that you put into the shared folders section. Above and beyond that, you can use that for your photo storage. So again, what can we control as far as spending? Another item that we rolled out earlier this year was the idea of your home auto umbrella insurance. Have you guys shopped that recently? Have you guys and ladies shopped that recently? If not, go ahead and send in your declaration pages to us, and we can go ahead and shop that through our independent property and casualty group. Look at all the different insurance companies and see if there's a way for you to save money. I know we were recently able to save somebody over $3,000 a year just in updating and changing their home and auto insurance, bundling it together. And we also added an umbrella policy. So these are all top-rated companies that we're shopping for you. It's just that if you don't shop those policies often, just like your cable bill, what will happen is the cost will just kind of creep up over time. And so same thing, cable bill. Have you called in and talked to the company and said, hey, I'm going to possibly switch companies here, and I want to know, what you can do to save my business. Same thing with your cell phone, right? So again, negotiating the costs that are able to be negotiated are really important for you. So there's a lot of good tips and tricks on some of this stuff in the Retirement Compass. It's the book written by my dad and I, and I love reading it because everything that was written in here still holds true today. It's available on Amazon and also in the Kindle version. If you have a child or a grandchild who's learning about finance, it's also a great stocking stuffer. Again, $10 on Amazon. Great information in here, and it's a really easy read. So just keep all that stuff in mind. So as we're seeing gas go up, we're hearing about inflation, we're seeing our grocery bill go up. What can you be doing to control your expenses and the other things that you can control? I recently went through with a client and they said, hey, I want to lower my financial advisory fees. And they were shopping our firm versus another. And the other firm had them moving their individual stock positions, which have no internal fees, over to mutual funds, which are now several different fees depending on the share class that you're in. And really all it does is it takes the fees from up front and hides them behind the scenes, right? So we have the book in our office. You all may have seen it, called Mutual Funds Exposed. It's a great book as well to kind of educate yourself about all of the costs involved with mutual funds. But again, kind of keep in mind, there's a lot of, there's a lot of commotion and chaos going on in the media with everything that's being talked about, tax legislation, etc. And I just wanted to reassure you that everyone here, all of the financial planners at Clark Financial, are keeping their eye on the pulse and researching this stuff day in and day out, and we're bringing all of that information to you. So if there's anything that we can do to help you, help your family, or any family members during this time, please do let us know. And in the meantime, we do hope that your holidays look brighter this year than last year. We hope that you're able to enjoy some great food and good times with your family and friends. And if you do need anything, we're here for you. And the last little tidbit update that I just want to run by is just letting you know that we are happy. We're continuing to grow here at Clark Financial, and we are interviewing for a new team member to come on board our client service team. And so we want to make sure that we're always delivering that A+ client service that you each are accustomed to. And if you know anyone who's a good fit, who's got industry experience, then we'd love to look at their resume. So same thing goes for your friends and family that you know and you trust. If there's anybody who needs any financial advice, we do have the team members available to help them, and we're here to serve you. So at the end of the day, I hope that you just are able to lay your head on the pillow and relax and sleep peacefully at night, knowing that as fiduciaries here at Clark Financial, we are doing everything solely in your best interest. And with that being said, I wanted to read you one little excerpt from the book. It's from Chapter 7. Chapter 7 says, "Finding the silver lining to your dark cloud." It says, all of us have gone through disappointments in our lives. Winners are separated from losers by how we react and whether we turn those disappointments into positives. I know this for a fact. So this is a line from my dad directly, and it's something that we really embraced growing up, and it's really even talked about again in the last chapter, that is chapter 10. And I was talking about kind of one of my big disappointments was getting injured playing college soccer, and what that looked like for me. And I think I wrote, it's on page 73 of the book. It says what we can do is change this industry. I believe this. As a small independent family firm, we can allow our clients to be the boss. We're able to do the best job possible for them because we don't have a CEO saying which products we should be pushing. We don't have shareholders to please. The only things that matter are our clients' needs, goals, and successes. Every time I face a disappointment or a frustration, I think of my dad telling me, "Get up, you're fine." He would then say, "Learn from it and move on." So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to say, if you haven't read this book yet, go get yourself a copy. It's on Amazon. It would make it, like I said, a great stocking stuffer if you guys participate in the holidays. And the other really interesting piece on here that I think is so poignant today is on page 58. I'll show you guys the graph, show you all the graph, but it's just it's a picture of the U.S. historical marginal tax rates in our country. And so if you look at where we are today, taxes are still on sale. I know a lot of people feel like, well, I pay too much in taxes. How do I pay less? And there are tax mitigation strategies that we can help you with if we haven't already. But one of the important things to keep in mind is that taxes are on sale today. So with the upcoming legislation, if there's something that we can be doing to mitigate your tax risk 10, 20 years from now based on, gosh forbid, if the chart goes up, right? Let's do that. So whether it's a Roth conversion, whether it's bleeding down the IRA so that it doesn't affect your provisional income calculation, whatever that is, let's work on it and make it better. So again, let's learn from this, move on, and see where we're at in the new year. Hope you all have a wonderful holiday season. Appreciate you tuning in today. Megan Clark, CEO, Clark Financial.